Empire of the Ants, a tiny war with a big vision. All right, picture this. You're an ant. Yeah, an actual ant. But not just any ant. You're 103,683rd, a scout on a mission to grow your colony, fight off enemies, and explore the wild, dangerous world of the forest floor. That's Empire of the Ants in a nutshell. It's an RTS, real-time strategy game, but with a twist. You're not just clicking and dragging troops around from above. You're right there, in third-person view, running through the undergrowth, leading your tiny army to victory. But is this the epic ant war we've all been waiting for? Or does it stumble on its own 6 legs? Let's get into it. The gameplay. Strategy meets exploration. So, the game is a mix of strategy and exploration. Some missions have you leading whole armies of ants into battle, while others focus on survival, scouting for food, helping the colony, or even dealing with disasters like floods. You start with 3 basic unit types: workers, warriors, and gunners. But as you progress, you can get support troops and even special super predators like snails and beetles. And while the RTS mechanics are fun, it's not as complex as something like StarCraft or Age of Empires. You're mostly giving simple commands and boosting your troops with pheromone abilities like healing or scaring off enemies. The good news? The world looks amazing. Seriously, this game is one of the most visually impressive strategy games I've ever seen. Sunlight filters through leaves, tiny creatures scurry around, and it really feels like you're in an ant-sized world. The not-so-good news? The controls can be a bit frustrating. The camera sometimes does its own thing, and your ant might randomly climb up a branch when you're just trying to move forward. Also, after a while, the gameplay gets a bit repetitive. If you're expecting deep strategy or tons of variety, you might find yourself getting bored after a few hours. Multiplayer, the Ant Wars go online. If you're into multiplayer, there are 1v1 matches and free-for-alls where you can battle it out against other players. You can also set up private matches against AI if you just want to practice. It's not the deepest multiplayer experience, but it adds some extra replay value. Final verdict. Is it worth it? So, should you play Empire of the Ants? If you love strategy games and want something different, it's definitely worth checking out. The visuals are stunning, the world feels alive, and it's a cool take on the RTS genre. But if you're looking for something super competitive or deep, this might not be for you. The strategy is pretty simple. The missions can feel a bit repetitive, and the controls take some getting used to. Final score? 7.5 out of 10. Great visuals, fun concept, but a little rough around the edges. If you're on the fence, maybe wait for a sale. And that's it. Let me know what you think. Would you lead an ant army? Or is this one game you'll be skipping? Drop a comment, hit like, and I'll see you in the next one.